So we're back, folks, and we're back at the beach, right? Everybody's surfing. It's a real beach blanket bingo situation that we've got going on here. And then
It's gotta be cold, right? That water.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, that water's got to be freezing cold.
So those wetsuits are like they insulate you and you don't get so cold.
I guess so.
So that's why the surfers are out there.
Your head's going to get wet, and your head's one of the most important parts, right? And your hands, and well, maybe not your feet.
Yeah.
No,
if
your
you're
feet
doing
are
it for
out,
like
right? It's
someone
not
like me
onesie.
who doesn't surf would hate it, but I think if you've been doing it your whole life or for a long,
Yeah.
long
You probably
time,
don't notice.
you don't give a shit. Yeah.
It's the initial shock, right? Once you jump in that swimming pool the first time, it's really cold, like what, 10 seconds,
Because
and
that's
then
when
you're used to it.
that's when the hypothermia sets in.
Yeah.
We're gonna die out there.
Oh, they're all
when they
dead.
start taking off their clothes because they feel really hot.
Candice,
That's when
don't
you know it's over.
It's okay because they're all mermaids.
Oh, shit. Third faction,
See,
Tim.
now, see? All right,
That
I
would
just
be kinda
started my own
fun.
fucking wing of fan fiction.
There you go, your
I'm
fan
gonna start
fiction.
50 fins of gray.
I would love
50
to.
fins of gray.
If I can help co-write that would be great, Tim.
Jesus Christ. Daniel.
Send me an email.
Yeah. So
By
Jacob
the way,
shows up. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say really quick. I know we keep making fun of the fact that there's not a lot of people of color in this movie, but you know what we do get? We get some natives. You know,
Actual natives, yeah.
we get some
Yes.
actual natives, and I like that.
And
yeah.
wow, and look at how they're portrayed, huh? As magical, mystical people who can
That's
shapeshift.
very true.
Hey,
Very
but none
true.
none of them are drinking at least.
Yeah.
That's
No,
true.
that's true.
Oh,
God damn it. So I used to date a native person, and their brother was one of the funniest fuckers. He said he got really offended in high school because they told all the kids they had to sit down Indian style.
Oh yeah.
And he said he went and he got his bottle of whiskey and he tried to pass out in a gutter and they suspended him.
Oh man, I know. When I dated that half Irish, half Cherokee guy, he always made jokes about he was born to be an alcoholic.
Yep,
because he was half Irish, half Cherokee.
Yeah.
What's that
Just in the
amazing
genes.
tolerance? No.
That's incredible. But no, Jacob shows up, finds out that she invited Edward to be there, and the brothers are like, yeah, Cullens don't come here anymore. Because our tribe came from wolves. And the Cullens come from an enemy tribe. And they made a treaty that will stay off of their land. And we won't expose
By the way, Bella, I don't
what
know
you are.
why I'm telling you all this, because the last time I saw you, we were 3 years old and we were making mud pies together. I'm spilling all the fucking
Yes.
secrets.
Well,
And
there's a reason. It goes further in the books.
I know why. Because she's just a dumb woman and nobody's going to believe her if she tells a story about werewolves and vampires.
It's because he's imprinted on her.
No, he's imprinted on the baby.
Yeah,
you can't have it both ways.
No, it explains it in the book. The reason why he imprints on her now and then on her baby is because the potential for the baby is what he imprinted on.
No. Hold on,
That
Candice.
in the book. That's how it explains it. I swear to God.
Okay, that might be how it explains it in the book, but that's 100% fucking bullshit. So he's imprinting on what she might have
On her future, yeah.
as a fucking baby. A future fetus.
Her future fetus is what he's
Ew.
imprinting on. Yep.
Why did that gross me out?
Because the idea of imprinting on a baby is kind
Dude,
of
on my
Before that baby's
dude,
born, he's like he's imprinted on an egg that's like what, like number 7,302 in line.
Yeah.
dude,
She doesn't have another fucking. She doesn't have a baby for at least 2 years of the fucking movie time.
on my Bumble bio, I'm gonna put looking for a future fetus. So yeah.
Make that for Wilford.
So, yeah, Tim, you know,
Oh, yeah, Wilford.
I believe, like, even if she was 4 years old, she would have had the eggs in her still that he imprinted on. So that might have been why he was demonstrating his value by making the mud pies with her.
Oh God, this is all making me very uncomfortable, and I don't know why.
Yeah, this is
It's-
really
yeah,
because the whole first of all,
yeah.
just the imprinting on the baby. I think that's like what part 4 or 5, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah,
That's
it's part
creepy
4,
in
yeah.
itself. But now
Yeah.
to find out that according to this book, now is this retconned or is this really in the book? Candice?
No, it's really in the book, yeah.
that
it's
he
really
is
in the
not,
book.
He's not
It's
trying
canon,
to
dude.
fucking hound dog Bella, okay? He just wants to be close to Bella so that when she fucks somebody else and gets pregnant, he can then
But-
imprint on that baby.
But I think
But
at
he
the time
doesn't know that.
Yes, he's not
doesn't
aware
know
of
that.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not aware
So
of it. He
Tim-
just doesn't understand why he wants to be close to her. Yeah.
At this point, Jacob is what I like to call Schrodinger's
So what if
cock.
she said right now, all right, Jacob, you know what? I'm down the fuck.
And then she has the baby and he imprints on his daughter.
Yeah. Well, that would
Well,
kind of be
then-
natural, right?
Then according to Eddie, they would actually
Sorry,
belong
Eddie.
in Washington.
Yeah. So my punchline, Tim, that you stepped on was at this point Jacob is Schrodinger's cuck, right? So either he has to fuck her, right, or he has to wait and watch her get fucked. But until we figure out which one, it exists in a hyper state of physics.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes. Yeah, it makes a lot of
His
sense.
dick
dude.
is in a box, is what you're saying.
It's a dick in a
He's
box.
got a dick in a box.
Yeah.
I knew as soon as you said that, someone was going to pipe up with that.
Of
Oh,
course.
come on, you knew it was gonna be me.
Then a bunch of fast movers eat a drunkard in a boat, and Bella Googles the plot of the movie.
Oh
then
yeah, don't you
Yeah,
just love
the
searching
old
and shit?
ones, and bang, all that shit pops up
Oh,
on
God.
fucking 2007 Yahoo, whatever the fuck.
It's so
year this
fucking
came out.
hilarious. I love internet in movies in the early 2000s, man. It was the
It's so
funniest shit.
funny. Like I love that. I just love that nowadays in movies we just say like, look, it doesn't exist. Okay, we're not gonna fucking do
Yeah,
this
we're not gonna Google anything.
because it doesn't work. Then probably my favorite scene is after the girls from the B team get paired up. The Cullens ditch when the weather's nice. By the way, we learned that because they all go
That's
hiking.
right.
Yeah,
And
so wait,
Tim.
hold on a second. So the town doctor takes a day off whenever it's fucking raining.
Yeah. Yeah, and he takes all his kids out of school. And now we come to my
Which,
favorite.
by the way, I'm sorry. These are all supposed to be his foster
You're
kids,
not
right?
sorry.
No,
You're
I'm
not
not.
He
sorry.
always says sorry, but he's not sorry at all.
You're never sorry.
when I listen to this in like 2 weeks, and I'm like, oh wow, no, I'm not that drunk. But for real,
never
they said
sorry.
that they're his foster kids,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those are his
and they
foster
all
kids.
have pretty much blonde hair, or they have, if they don't have blonde hair, they have the same exact motherfucking amber colored eyes.
Yeah, they're all Aryan.
Yeah, they all have the same color eyes because that's their diet.
Yeah.
The good vampires have the amber colored eyes, and the bad vampires have red eyes. That's why they keep zooming in on the eyes in the movie.
Wow,
Because it's a
Okay.
plot point.
Their diet?
And
What-
what's
oh,
the
because
vampires
they're
who have
eating
the blank
animals.
eyes?
Yeah, because
They're
they're
eating-
eating animals.
They're the vegetarian vampires, remember?
Yeah.
Okay,
Why don't they just
alright.
get hooked up with the blood bank? They actually have a guy that is a doctor. Like
yeah,
I just
that's,
That's
right.
true.
See, problem solved.
But maybe then it would make them it would fuel their instincts to want to drink more human blood, so maybe
Yeah,
they
it would
just-
actually made it harder for them to be around people because then they'd be like, I want to eat you, and I
Yeah.
want to eat you.
that makes sense.
You're
okay.
cool. I want to eat you. I'm out.
I would hope to be the guy that says
Alright.
that you're cool. I'll keep
So-
you around.
So, Tim and Daniel,
Okay. What's up?
is the best scene in the movie when we get to watch women shopping?
Oh yeah. Oh, that really took. Yeah, I could super relate to that.
Because Bella's sitting there watching her friends shop for prom dresses.
She's too cool for school.
No, you've never been like, God damn it, can we go? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
no,
she
don't
wants
forget,
to go to the
she's just
native
there.
bookstore.
She doesn't want to buy dresses. She wants to buy what's probably a very, very expensive rare book
yeah,
for like
Yeah,
a handful of dollars.
Had to have been a couple of hundred. Like if it was. Yeah. I was wondering. It should be kind of a rare book, and she's hanging out with her friends, and it's kind of like they took, fucking Kurt Cobain's wife. What was her name?
Courtney,
Courtney
Love.
Love.
Yes, thank you. It's like she's Courtney Love, and her friends are just normies, and she's just not feeling it in the little dressing area, and so she goes and buys a book. Yeah.
I gotta say, as a person who buys a lot of small print books, they're not necessarily more expensive.
No?
But what if they turn
they're
out to
not.
be right about witches, vampires, and werewolves, Candice? Wouldn't that raise the value of the book?
Well, Danzig has a whole collection of books
I don't know.
that are right about werewolves, Tim.
Oh, fuck.
That's right.
Have you ever seen that video of Danzig introducing
Getting
his
knocked out?
library?
No.
No.
Getting knocked out in the library?
There's this great video of Danzig with his shirt off, and he's like, This is my collection of books about the supernatural. These are all stories about werewolves that have really happened. And it's like, what?
Then the librarian comes over and one punch knocks him out.
That guy's a douchebag.
Anytime I think of Danzig without a shirt on, I always think of Aqua Teen Hunger Force and the Ghost of Future Christmas from the Past. What was it?
Cybergenetic ghost of Christmas past from the future.
Yeah. And he's like, he is so scary, and he never wears a shirt.
Yeah. Can we get the blood to go up the walls?
Where's my blood guy?
Great. Oh, god damn. So then a bunch of guys try to gang rape Bella.
Yeah.
And speaking of gang rape...
The window knockers.
The window knockers, yeah, those who knock.
It's the only time we see booze in the movie, I think. Because they
Yeah.
have, like, they're holding,
When
like,
the
a
bad guys
six-pack.
have it.
Yeah.
Well, of course, it's going to be
Classic
the bad
Mormon
guys
stuff.
drinking, right?
Yeah.
They're drinking Coca-Cola, all that caffeine.
Well,
They're not wearing their magic underwear.
Oh, I forgot to mention something, looking over my notes. When we're talking about the wolves and the vampires. Eddie, you're familiar with Vampire the Masquerade.
yes, I am.
Yes.
Are you familiar with Werewolf the Apocalypse?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so you know why vampires and werewolves hate each other.
Yep.
Okay, so explain to the class.
Why werewolves and vampires hate each other?
Yep.
Oh,
Underworld.
because werewolves are cool and vampires are bitch asses, right? And so the werewolves want to go fuck up all of the vampires and get rid of them.
Yeah,
Well, it's
come on,
because
it's gotta
the
be better to be a
vampires-
vampire than a werewolf.
The vampires represent the corruptive nature of
Yeah.
society and civilization, while the werewolves represent the purity
Primal,
of
and they
nature.
represent nature.
Yeah, well, guess what? Guess who's winning, nature? Fuck you.
Yeah, Tim, you tell them. Fuck you, nature. We got Pizza Rat. We got flooded subways. Kiss my ass. Nature. Yeah. So then Edward shows up and he's gonna like beat their ass, but he kind of doesn't. She does nut check one of the rapists, so that's cool.
Yeah. Mhm.
And then he's like, "Hey, I showed up because of what they were thinking." And then she's like, "What do you mean what they were thinking?" He's like, "Nothing. Distract me by talking about anything else." And this is the most female fantasy shit I've ever fucking heard of in my life.
Yep, that's right.
Hey.
He doesn't say distract me and pull his dick out and say it's not out for
Yeah.
air. He says, talk to me.
Just start talking to me about whatever happened during your fucking day. Tell me about Cindy at work, how she's pissing you off and she doesn't fucking respond to your emails appropriately. She keeps forwarding them to your boss without just talking to you. Tell me about the other bitch that's been stealing your yo plays. Like,
Am I a guy? Because I think about how many boring conversations I've had to sit through where a
you
guy's
might
like,
be.
yeah, and then this happened, and then this happened, and oh, did you watch that football game last night? And it's like, oh my god, shut up.
You might be a guy. Wait, hold on. Do you like wrestling but not for the dudes in tights?
No, I don't like wrestling at all.
Okay. Okay,
By the
that's
way,
fair.
dude, because of this movie, I kind of want to buy a Volvo now because fucking Edward Tokyo drifts like a son of a bitch.
He does, man.
He's been driving for 81 years. He should know how to fucking drive.
Wouldn't it be funny if he was still like using horse and carriage for no reason?
I say, yeah.
My word. Like, he should speak different. I guess he figured it out over time. Like, you know.
Well, she
No,
makes
he's
a
American.
she makes a
oh,
comment
yeah.
that she's like, sometimes you speak different, like you're from a different time, and I'm like, when?
No, he
When?
doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
When?
He's like, yes, me lady.
Yeah.
Oh god, no, run if he says that.
Oh no, you
Sweet
know what
gal.
it was? I remember what it was when the guy in the when the guy in the van was about to smash her, and he's all like, "Hey, stop your van, you goddamn!" And I'm like, whoa.
And you're like, whoa, yeah, wait a second. Yeah, you talk.
He really is from another time.
No, but wait, he is from the Pacific Northwest, so that might not be from a different
That's
time.
true. That could be contemporary. Oh, God.
So even that doesn't make any sense.
That's true. That's very true.
He's like, I fought in the Confederate War with the Confederates, and then I moved to the
Jasper
Pacific
did.
Northwest.
Jasper
Oh,
did.
Jasper
That's his
did?
backstory. Yep. he
Yeah,
fought
that's
for the
right.
South.
I don't
Yep.
know why I remember that, but I remember that scene where
Oh,
he
of
dies.
course.
And then...
Yeah.
So wait a second. So who brings Jasper back?
I don't know.
Oh, well,
cares?
that's actually a plot
That's
part of
not-
the second book. You
that's
want me to
not
go
in
into
this
it?
movie.
No.
No.
That's fine.
These are just
So-
questions that are just meant to be left out there.
Yeah, yeah. So they catch up to Dad at the police station because of the dead drunkard. Turns out that's Dad's friend for 30 years. And then the dad gives Bella some mace, and then he has a flashback about seeing a dead
At
body.
first, I thought it was a flare.
Yeah,
What
that would have
the
made
fuck is she supposed to do with that? But,
Well, 30 days of
that
night,
must be
right?
nice.
Flare.
And she does all of her research on cold ones, undead, speed, strength. They drank blood. They're immortal. She's got another wet dream about getting bitten.
You
And-
know, and I thought that the spray was going to come more in handy because I thought,
It
isn't
does
garlic?
No,
nothing.
no, come on.
Isn't there garlic and stuff in that stuff? Or
No.
no?
Why would you put
No,
garlic
it's
in it?
cayenne pepper. It's some kind of fucking pepper
Oh,
spray.
I
or
thought it was like a
something that.
mixture of garlic. Because
No.
it would
That's
have
why
been
they call it
fun.
pepper spray. Not,
Yeah.
Oh, not garlic spray.
Ah,
my skin.
No, the
But I love that.
Probably.
Written down. Yo, this fucking bitch brought a fucking can of mace to a vampire fight.
No, Daniel, the cops used to be Irish, not Italian.
Well, no Italian's gonna get stopped by garlic. Come on.
To make him
No, but-
hungrier.
Like, spray this on my sandwich.
So
Sorry, didn't mean to.
No, it's all good, man. So then she wanders off into the woods and confronts Edward, and she's like, "Look, man, I know what you are." And he's like, "Yeah, say it." And she's like, "All right,
this
I'll
is-
say it.
This is
Vampire.
possibly the most cringe-worthy part in the entire movie.
Oh,
You're a
Like, I was
you're a-
squirming. I'm like, can I fast forward through this part?
everything
You're
is taken so seriously. Like it's so. I think that's what makes it funny. It's because they're so
It's-
genuinely serious.
Because it's a matter of life or death, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Literally.
Well, yeah, because if they're teenagers, everything's a matter of life and death.
Yeah, it's almost
Yeah.
like how stupid they were in Shakespeare, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
It's almost
Also,
as if somebody knew what they were actually writing and intended for that to be the storyline.
Oh man, and do you think, because they're both good actors, do you think they were like choking on the lines?
Oh yeah.
They were like, oh god, they're like, I can't believe they're paying me to do this. This is so awful.
But really,
But I gotta make
Candice,
payments.
Were they good actors back then? Because as far as I know, she did fucking Panic Room. I don't know what else she did that she was like getting known for. She was, as far as I know, when she came out in Twilight, she was like the breakout star, and so was Patterson, and so was the guy from the guy who played
Pattinson.
Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob
Whatever his
Patterson.
name is. Robert.
This is what I love about Tim. You just say shit wrong constantly, and then you jump on people for saying shit wrong.
Do as I say. Look, you want to
Wow.
get banned?
You're like an
I'll
ex-wife.
ban you from the Discord.
Yeah, you'll ban people from our Discord. You can't ban shit from my Discord, Tim. So
It doesn't need to be any banning in our Discord.
No,
That's crazy.
our Discord's perfect. Everybody's
Yeah,
happy,
good
having a
vibes,
good
good
fucking time.
vibes.
Mostly it's pictures of people's pets, by the way, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's just basically a lonely person's picture book.
Yeah,
It's
true.
like Facebook, but without all the genocide and the facial recognition.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
without all the racism.
the racism, without people saying not to get vaccinated, that whole thing, you know. So then I love that he's like, yeah, we're vampires, man. And then ask me what we eat. And she's like, I'm not going to ask you. I know you won't hurt me. And he's like, oh, yeah. And he runs her up the side of the mountain to show him what he
Funniest part
Looks
in the
like-
fucking
Yeah,
movie.
this is incredible.
I spit out my
No.
beer.
No, the funniest part is where
No.
they're inside her room and she says, I'm not afraid of you. And he goes, are you sure? And then,
And then he
No, the funniest
rapes
part
her.
is the next time when they
Oh, the tree?
climb up the trees and he
Yeah.
goes, hang on,
Yes.
he says, hang on, spider monkey.
Oh,
Yeah, hang
God.
on, little spider monkey.
Oh, but
That's when
then-
you know he was in the South. That's a South thing to say. Hang on, little spider monkey. We're about to climb the tree.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
she sees him all bedazzled, and she tells him that he's beautiful. He's like, "No, I'm a killer. This is killer skin.
Oh, God, he's so emo.
Everything about me invites you in." And then he zip zoops, and he's like, "You can't outrun me, zip zoop.
Zip
You can't
zoops.
outfight me."
Zip zoops.
Yes,
what he
okay, so
does.
here's an interesting point. You just hit it right there in the head, Eddie. He says that he's an apex predator and that
Yep.
everything about him is designed to draw her to him.
And it worked.
Yes, so how could in any way could he think about having a relationship with this woman? Does she really love him, or is it
There's-
just that she's falling
Tim,
for all his vampire charms?
There's a thin line between love and hate.
Oh no! No.
Wow, you waiting for that one, huh? give him 2 rim shots for that.
All right.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's good. That's
I'll be
a
here
great
next
one.
week. I'm kidding.
I don't know. Like sometimes with toxic relationships, Tim, it's actually
Yes, that's true. That's right. I
people's-
forgot he's an 81-year-old mentally aged man who is going after a 17-year-old
aged
stupid
man.
vacant girl.
And this is the whole like the stupid lion fell in love with the lamb, yada yada.
Yeah, what a stupid lamb. What a sick masochistic lion. God, that's so bad. That's so bad.
And my note is like, of course they fell in love. At this point in the movie, they have had 2 conversations. So Edward and Bella show up at school the next day, and he's like the cool guy now. He's had a makeover.
He's got the glasses.
He's got
But he-
sunglasses.
Okay, I think he was already the fucking cool guy in the school. They might have been the aloof people, but they were the coolest fucking people in the school. Come on.
They were rich,
No.
and that helps.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I mean,
But
they have
remember-
that fucking Jeep, and they're just standing up inside it instead of like, because they
That's
don't give a
pretty
fuck
tight.
about dying. Yeah.
And not to mention, like, they're all like, oh yeah, he adopts all of them, but they all fuck each other, except for
awesome,
Edward.
dude.
Yes, that's right.
I would have totally wanted to be adopted to like a sexy family, and we just all fuck
Yeah.
each other.
You just get adopted, and then you walk in the door, and you're like, hey, who's that over there that's stuck in the washing machine?
Yeah.
And then they're like, well,
Yeah, you're like hitting on your own adopted sister. You're like, hey, I saw you from across the living room. What's your name?
You're adopted, so it's okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
What's a
There's
girl
no-
like you doing and a guy like this? What? I said that wrong.
it's a girl like you
No,
doing
she
and a
could be
guy like
pegging 'em.
this. Or sounding.
Somebody
They could be
Yeah,
sounding.
dude. Yeah, maybe I want to get paid, Candice. That's a
You
girl
know,
like you putting 2
sometimes
fingers
the
in a
woman
guy like
does the
this.
quote-unquote aggressive act to the man.
Yeah.
Aggressive act.
That's what he called it.
At least there's no blood to get between our fluids. Am I right?
Oh God. Incest humor.
It's not incest. There's no blood. That's the joke. There's no incest. Anyhow.
Yeah, see, that's not good for
Anti-incest
vampires, though, right? They'd want the blood.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, Tim. So, yeah, this is when we find out that Carlisle, his adopted dad, fed off of him when he was. Yeah, and we also find out that when they feed.
No, I'm sorry. Just really, why? I'm not sorry. Why?
Why
I'm
did he
curious.
do it?
Why
He's
did
beautiful,
Carlisle
dude.
pick him?
Because he's
Out of
cool.
all the patients in the fucking the sick ward dying of the Spanish influenza, why
he's
did
cool.
Carlisle pick him
Like a
to
cool
turn
guy.
into a vampire?
Yeah, he looked like a cool kid, man.
Did you see him in the sunglasses?
They had
He looked like-
sunglasses back then? Or
looked
oh
like
wait,
a
did
Cole
this guy
Kidman.
fucking imprint an image of what Robert Pattinson would look like 70 years later with sunglasses?
Yeah.
And it.
Yeah, it's exactly what happened, man. And then we learned that when vampires feed, it's like they almost can't stop, almost like busting a nut. You know?
They're
Not
edging.
this month.
Oh, that's what Edward was doing at the end of the movie. He was edging.
He
oh,
was.
so it's like
and
you're
that's
trying
why
to pull out. Oh yeah, you're right.
He
That is
literally
totally
pulls
it.
out. He literally pulls out in this movie.
He
That's
pulls
my
out
note.
hard, dude. Harder than I've ever pulled out, and I've pulled out pretty hard, guys. 'cause
Yeah.
My
Blood nut.
Finish that thought, Daniel.
no,
Go
I'm
ahead.
good. Let's go on going.
You pulled that so hard you almost broke your spine?
I fell off the bed one time.
Wow. It's a good thing all those Domino's boxes broke your fall.
Yeah.
Safety
I'm
first.
just imagining the girl sitting up, like, "Oh my god, are you okay?"
Yeah, I know. Not,
Daniel
not the
fucking
sexiest
ghosted
thing
her.
ever.
1 second he was there. Whoa, the next second he's gone. That's
Yeah,
just-
I reverse Kool-Aid Man with the other direction.
Oh no.
Oh no!
You shot through the roof.
So then we find out that they all have different powers. One reads minds, him. He's also the fastest. And one of them can see the future.
Which
Then,
negates
like-
this whole series of movies. But go ahead.
Shut up. But you can change your path in the future, so she can't really. So then Jacob and his dad show up, and Edward gets all pissed off. But they brought Rainier beer and fried fish in a really sad paper bag.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
right.
the note that I have.
Yeah, how much fucking
Yeah.
fish is in that bag?
I
That
don't
looks like-
know.
Can you imagine frying fish, putting it in a paper bag, and then driving across town
Yeah, it's
with
gonna
it?
be all cold.
And soggy,
gonna
and the
be
breadings
good, yeah.
falling off.
It's gonna
Like,
come out the bottom, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna fall out of
shitty.
the bottom of the bag from all that fucking oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then he invites Bella over for dinner. And I love this. They're all like making her fancy food. And
Oh, this is so
here's the other problem I
funny.
have is how the fuck are they cooking, following a cooking video as the video is playing in real time? That's impossible to do.
Because
right?
they're
If you-
fast. No, they're fast.
yeah, they're very
vampires, dude.
fast, Tim.
Oh, so we're seeing them in our regular speed, but in real
Yeah.
life they're doing fucking vampire speed.
Exactly.
But then the
Tim.
video's playing at regular speed.
Well, no, they're not going to watch the video and fast forward, Jim.
They're gonna do it. Wait. They're gonna do it. Wait. That's how they're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, because most of it for this is going to be like breaking the noodles up so you can fit them in your small, shitty pot.
Exactly, like smart people
Yeah.
do.
Like a popper.
Yeah, well, they don't cook, they don't eat, so I'd be surprised if they had a pasta pot.
Like a poor person would do. No, they find it like novel to cook. They're like, oh, this is cool. We're going to cook for a
Yeah.
person.
We never get
And
to
then,
cook.
so but they don't know she's vegetarian because I say that I see they're chopping up bacon.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, oh,
Uh-uh.
that's gonna
It's
be
Italian
awkward.
food.
She's going to bitch about that, I'm sure. She's not going to like
Yeah,
fucking
she's
just
like
deal
the
with
worst
it.
guest ever. Like she really fucked up her first time
No,
meeting
she
the
was
family.
okay. She was actually really nice about it because
No, in the South, man, you just eat that food. I don't give a fuck if you've already eaten like 2 minutes prior. You fucking put that food in your goddamn
but the
gullet.
thing is, she knows they don't eat food, so
It's
she
true.
didn't anticipate that they were
you
going to
finish
cook
it.
for her.
so that's
Yes.
Pattinson's fault then. He should have said, "Hey, they're planning
Yes.
on cooking."
yes.
So technically, she looked bad because of him because he wasn't prepared
So
enough
he
to
looked
let her
bad.
know.
And he didn't
fucked
step up and say, "Oh yeah, you know, right? That's right. Every foster body here. I didn't tell her that we don't eat, so she probably figured it'd be a good idea to eat before she came here for fake dinner."
Yeah,
Fake dinner.
I like that the one broad gets so pissed off though that she busts the salad bowl.
Dude, that chick
Well,
is
so-
so fucking whoa.
So, there's a reason why she really resents the shit out of Bella, but it's in
'Cause she
one of
wants to
the other
fuck
books,
Edward.
so I'm not going to talk about it.
I'm
She
gonna
wants
say
to
right now because
fuck
she wants to
Edward?
fuck Edward.
No, I'm
no,
curious.
she,
I'm
no,
curious.
she's already with Emmett. They life bonded. But,
Oh,
what's
the
up her
Limp
ass?
Bizkit guy?
Right, come
The
on.
Limp
yeah,
Bizkit.
the Limp Bizkit guy, yeah. So the reason why she resents her is because Bella wants to become a vampire, and Rosalie wanted so badly to have kids, get married and have kids and live that life, but it was stolen from her because she was turned to a vampire
Oh,
against
that's
her will.
right. Because nobody gave her the choice, and she never
Yep.
had the chance.
So
Oh,
she's like, "What the
Claudia
fuck
from
is wrong
Interview
with
the
you?"
Vampire.
She's like,
yes.
"Get married and have kids." She's like, "Don't be like me."
So that's why she's breaking bowls and shit and being like super
That's why
aggro.
she's so mad at Bella all the time.
What a
Oh.
what a cunt.
She looks
So
great in
then
baseball
they-
pants.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
she
they go
does.
upstairs though.
And she could
Edward's
slide
like,
in the home plate and still come up fucking clean.
I don't know if that's like I don't know what that means, but
She slid in the home plate and she came up. Her pants were still fucking clean. They didn't have any fucking dirt marks on it from sliding.
I like the idea that maybe she was just levitating just slightly over the ground.
She's
And
doing
she-
a Superman. She was vibrating just
you
above
just
the ground.
Yeah.
jump
She did a
and then
micro
don't
jump.
fall. Yeah. So then I like Edward just keeps taking her up more stairs until we get to his room. And immediately she's like, "Where's your bed at so I can get my fucking back blown out?" And
Exactly. Where's the? I mean, that'd be my first thought. Like, oh, let's slam that door shut, lock it, turn some music on.
clap
cover
these
up the
cheeks.
noise.
Upside down 69 from the ceiling.
Yeah, we're gonna clap these cheeks to Beethoven, but no
Debussy.
bed. Debussy,
Yeah.
she's
Debussy.
she's trying to get the bussy, right?
Yeah.
And then they dance for a smidge, and she's like, I don't know how to dance. And he's like, that's
Because
cool.
I'm so awkward.
But I find it charming. By the way, we're going to go climb a tree now.
Well, yeah, no, because this is where she says, I'm not afraid of you. And he's like, are you sure? And before she can say anything, he just grabs her and, like, just hops right out the fucking window and just starts climbing a tree like a fucking squirrel.
How does she not get whiplash from that quickness of him grabbing her from her lower
This-
back?
This is the classic, like, how does Superman catch Lois Lane flying
Yeah, but those
thing.
are comic books. Vampires are real.
That's true. They are real. my bigger question is, how did they go from a climbed
What about
tree?
vampires in comic books, Daniel?
Well, yeah, dude, that's how they were inspired. You know, yeah.
They did make a Twilight manga.
Oh, God, of course they did.
God. It's just all staring. Every page is someone staring.
It's the easiest comic book ever. Just draw
Yep.
eyes.
Yep. Just not having sex at all. So then they teleport from the top of the tree to a piano room somehow. And then we just see...
For some reason, this reminded me of 50 Shades of Grey, where the guy's just fucking playing the piano with his dick
Oh,
out.
maybe there's a reason why 50 Shades of Grey reminds you of Twilight.
Yeah, because
wonder
50
why.
Shades of Grey was fan fiction that was based on Twilight. Anyhow, then we see
Oh, I
some
didn't know that.
dogs tracking a
Fucking.
girl in the woods. And then
You see some dogs trying to fuck a girl in the woods? Is that what you
tracking
just said?
a fucking girl in the
Oh no, it's one of the wolves. Oh god.
Oh, no. The natives are loose. They've gone crazy.
And I liked how she stepped in a big pile of bear shit so they could get a fucking footprint, too.
Yeah, dude.
Mhm.
I think that was mud, but well, butt mud.
Crud, something like that.
Mud pies.
Fucking...
Yeah, they were making mud pies. It's a good point. Then, her parents start pumping her for information. Like, hey, what's going on, man? Who are you dating? And she's like, nobody. Then Edward shows up. He's like, hey, I like watching you sleep.
Oh, God.
And this is romantic enough for them to have their first kiss. Then Bella mounts him.
Oh yeah, she is thirsty.
She is, yeah. She's
This
more thirsty than he
bitch.
is.
Yeah. Because then they start dry humping, but then this is when he pulls out.
And she's in her underwear, too, so it's, like, ready. Like,
Yep.
God.
yeah. Not a
Oh,
lot of
God.
defense.
Remember when you had to make out all the time and you could never actually have sex because you were a teenager? That sucked.
No, I just did it.
Cool, you
Yeah.
just
Well, I
need
mean,
the right
eventually you would, but sometimes you'd be in a situation where you're like, I'm really horny, I need to be touching you,
Oh, yeah.
but we
that's when
can't
you-
have sex right now.
Yeah,
And
that's
all
when you
your
dry
other
hump
friends
for
in the
2
car
hours.
are like, Candice, will you fucking calm down?
Daniel
like-
knows what I'm talking about.
I used to dry hump so hard, dude. I got fucking rug burn one time on my cock.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Wow. Zipper burn?
Yeah, no, it was just the friction of my underwear just dragging across my fucking dick. dude.
Tim, you never like were in a situation as a teenager where you're like, I want to fuck, but I can't because of
course,
where we're at
yes.
right now. So
But like
you
I say,
make
you-
out constantly.
Yeah, but if you're already in the chick's fucking bedroom, that problem's 95% fucking solved, right? It's not like you're outside in your friend's car, or you're outside the high school, you're outside your fucking job in the back alleyway, something like that. You're in
Yeah,
your
but
fucking
what if-
bedroom.
But what if the person's like, oh, my parents are home, I can't.
That's okay. Guess what? I'm a vampire. I can fuck real quiet. I can read your father's mind. So,
And
wait, hold on a
fast.
second. Wait, hold on a second. I just thought
Oh,
of
that
another
is
creepy
great.
thing
That's
here.
a great advantage.
He can be banging Bella while he's reading her father's mind to make sure that they don't get caught.
That just seems
Dude.
really weird.
He's like, don't worry, Bella. Don't worry. Your dad's watching Pornhub. We got at least 15
Well,
minutes.
I was gonna
Let's go."
say, dude, could you imagine if you could have sex and be seeing the Pornhub through her dad's eyes? That's fucking awesome.
Wow, that's like fucking...
That's like a 4-way? I don't know how many ways
What's that movie with Ray Fiennes and Angela Bassett and Tom Sizemore?
What
No
is
I don't
that?
know. What is it, Tim?
You just, to me, you just announced 4 actors that I'm like, wait, they were in a movie together?
Oh, what the fuck? I can't remember. It was a thing where it's supposed to be set in the future. It's supposed to be like New Year's Eve 2000, and that was like one of the things you could put.
Strange Days?
Yes, Strange Days, yes.
Oh,
with
okay.
Juliette Lewis, yes.
Yeah. What about it?
Well, no, that's just kind of like what we were just describing. Is you're able to watch somebody else's experience while you're doing something.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I kind of want to see that.
You know
movie
what? Yeah. Now you
This-
that added a lot to the joke, Tim.
now. Yeah, yeah, dude.
Just for some reason, it popped my mind. Be nice if it
No,
was on the
it's-
Blood Bank, but you can't find it streaming anywhere.
No, it's good. I'm glad you brought that up, man. So then, if you can't get your nut off, though, you know what you do? You think about baseball.
Oh yeah.
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 So
Think about
we
your dad playing baseball.
we cut to them playing. They're the psychic broads. Like, all right, we're gonna go play baseball, and we have to have her because there's a thunderstorm coming.
And now my
Yeah.
next question is it fair for a psychic person to be playing baseball?
No.
Being the
Thank you.
pitcher.
She knows what they're not going to swing at. She knows what they're going to swing at.
Although they all hit, so maybe she's
Yeah, that's right.
whiffing
Yeah,
it
I
for
think
them.
she's just fucking. Like I said, yeah, I think it's a home run derby or trying
Watching
to be a
her
home
leg
run
go up every throw is so like she throws her leg
Hot.
up like a
Yeah,
she's
balloon.
flexible.
Yeah, she is
It was
flexible.
nice.
It
Yeah.
was amazing. I would never
I was
like.
into
Yeah, I was
that.
like, kind of wish now that softball was overhead because
Yeah.
kind of hot.
derby. And I don't know,
I
she
got-
might be my favorite vampire out of them all.
Yeah.
The Pixie
Yeah.
Dream Girl,
Yeah,
Manic Pixie Dream
figure.
Girl. Yeah,
There you go.
she
Tim.
weirds me out
because
like,
you know why she's cool? Because she can see the future, and if she says yes to the third date, I already know I'm at home base.
You're good.
You get
Yeah, on the
anal.
first date, she's like, Tim, I just want you to know we are doing anal.
Yeah.
I like the idea that I go on. I like the idea that I go on a first date with her, and then she slaps me in the face. He goes, "You fucking cheated on me, you fucking asshole!"
Stands that relationship day one.
I'm like, come
Yeah, that's a good
on.
question. I wonder how many psychic women have had their husbands or boyfriends cheat on them. That should just
No
prove
shit,
how
right?
psychic they are, right?
I mean, there have been broads that get pissed off because you cheat on them in a dream. Like, that's a thing.
oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. No, I didn't say normal broads. I said broad. Yeah.
My husband says I did that. I don't remember it, but he swears up and down that I got mad at him because he dreamed about another woman. I don't remember being mad at him. I think he's exaggerating. He's
yeah,
lying.
how long have you been with him?
11 years.
Oh, he's earned it.
Well, hold on. Let's see. Does it also depend on who it is that you're dreaming about? If you're dreaming about Brad Pitt or Angelina Jolie, it's a
If
lot
he's
different than if
dreaming
you're
about
dreaming
Brad
from the
Pitt.
neighbor who lives across the hallway from you or down the street, right?
That's when you
Yeah.
gotta worry.
Yeah.
It's the girl. It's the new girl at Starbucks, the redhead.
Never go to
That's
Starbucks.
That's who he has
Too
the
many
dream
redheads
about.
working
is
behind
the
the counter.
redhead.
I don't want that temptation. I'm gonna be all caffeined up.
So yeah, they have to play during a thunder and lightning storm because their hits are the thunder.
Very, very
And then-
frightening.
Otherwise, everybody in the world would hear them hitting the ball.
How do they not obliterate the bats then if they're hitting that hard?
Yeah, that's right. You know, Candice, Robert Redford knocked that fucking ball right out of the fucking skin. Why can't one of those fucking vampires do the same thing?
Because the ball,
yeah, I
because the
don't-
ball is CG, so
I
it's
don't-
not real.
Yeah, it's a CG ball.
It's
Wait, you
actually
mean
a
that
tennis
guy's not
ball.
flipping that bat around like that? Shit.
Yeah.
True. I know. I like how they try to do the wind effect where they show like the lady that doesn't look like she's a real vampire, but I guess she is, and like she's playing catcher. She's the mom, and like the
I
hair
just
just
thought
kind
she
of
got
blows.
farted on.
I
Again,
know. I
it's
like
Bella.
the idea. She just gets a fucking fart boom.
Oh man, it's a blood fart.
And she looks so stupid with
Oh,
her
God.
wig plus the hat on top. She looks so dumb.
And I love all of their old baseball outfits. Like looks like some like a League of
Yes.
Their Own fucking level
Like,
shit.
damn, they like went
They
into.
bought them from the Chicago White Sox in
Yeah,
1906.
I know, right? They're
Well, they're airy, and of course they're gonna
They're
like
a little league in Seattle.
they're airy, and of course they're gonna like old school baseball before it
Yeah,
got
dude.
all messed
Oh
up.
yeah, yeah.
You know.
The song playing during this scene is Supermassive Black Hole from Muse. And at the time I was really big into Muse. They were like my favorite band.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just always pissed me off because every movie has a Muse song in it because Stephanie Myers is a huge Muse fan. And so anytime I would like at work, I would like pop on some Muse or something and be like, "Oh, you must really like Twilight." I'm like, "Fuck you, fuck you."
I used to when I was trying to bang that guy, but then he gave up on me. But I don't now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. I don't want to relive that.
That is some trauma. You have trauma related to the series. That sucks. So then 3 real vampires show up and return their ball. They're like, "Hey, can we play for a minute?" And one of them smells Bella's pussy and calls her a
The
snack.
greatest tracker ever in 300 years of being a vampire. He's the greatest tracker, and he doesn't smell the human there unless the wind blows in his direction.
And he calls her a snack, and I disagree.
Because
think
she's
she's
a
a whole
whole
meal?
meal.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, actually, I heard she might have been a side dish.
What?
Like what? Like what kind of a side dish? Like
Well, didn't
mashed
she have that whole thing
potatoes
where
or-
she was dating Robert Patterson or whatever the fuck?
Oh
his
yeah,
name
she
is?
was. Yeah, she was engaged to him, and then she was also
Oh, yeah,
sleeping with
yeah.
the director of her movie.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so that would make her a side dish.
There you go, Tim. Look at you.
Yeah, you're clever, dude.
Yeah, so they, this is when we get introduced to James. He lives for the hunt, is the note that I have. And Edward reads his mind. And so he's like, yeah, that guy's a tracker. Oh, and by the way, we missed the point where Edward can't read her mind. But Tim made the joke about it, so that's cool.
Yeah,
So,
nothing to read.
yep. So he's like, all right, Dad, this guy just wants to track you. We're going to get the fuck out of here. And then she goes to her house and tells her dad, like, yeah, we broke up and I want to go home.
Oh yeah, that's what I have written down is what a great dad. His 17-year-old daughter is telling him that something traumatic happened with her boyfriend, who he is
Yeah.
really suspicious of.
Yeah.
And for some reason, she has to get out of town tonight, and she's going to drive from wherever the fuck they are in Washington to
Mhm.
Arizona all by himself. And he's not like, no, go to your room.
Yeah,
Well, we
these are
gotta-
the most giving parents.
Yeah,
like
they're
they just
super
let her
loose.
do anything they want. Like my parents would be like, "I don't give a fuck where you want to live. You're gonna go where I tell you to go, and
Yeah.
you're gonna get over it."
She's trying to
I
drive.
think from seeing the whole series of movies, Candice, is this whole thing is like a big fuck you to parents.
Yeah.
She never listens to her parents. She does stuff to purposely traumatize them.
Oh, God. Yeah, how mean she is.
It's
to
like
this
she's
dude.
joining a cult and she's cutting herself off from all
Because they are like a
other
cult.
avenues of maybe reality.
Yeah.
They're a Colton.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're Macaulay Culkin.
They're the McCullens.
It's Edward Colton.
Edward McCullen. And no, I think she's just driving to another state where she can get an abortion at this point. And she's covering it up. So then
All she'd have to do is that California thing of just spread eagle, let the sun come up, and that's how she'd have a vampire abortion, right?
that's an
I
old
mean, I guess
California
you'd have to
thing,
get the forceps out and spread it out real good.
Tim.
You know, the way the light can go in there.
That's a California thing.
Yeah, that sounds like something they do in California. Because isn't that where they were doing the thing where they were doing on Twitter or Facebook where they were anal bleaching themselves on the sun? With the sun?
Oh, yeah, that's true. We do that down here. My asshole is pearly white. So, but we find out that no, Edward's still hanging out with him, and James is outside. So she hurts her dad's feelings by saying like the same shit that her mom said. And then we just take like a vampire convoy back to the Cullens' house. And then one of the 3 bad vampires is like, look, that guy's a tracker. And I'm like, God, didn't we just learn that he was a tracker? And they're like, no, but he's like a tracker who this is his whole thing he lives for, is tracking. And they're
Doesn't
like,
that
well,
seem like more fun?
tracking?
Like you're just tracking where you're like running through the woods or wherever and you're hunting down your prey and then you're toying with them and then killing them. Doesn't that seem like more fun than playing the piano and going to high school for 4 years every 4 years?
You seem like a fucked up person, Candice.
Maybe.
Like the
Yeah,
fact
maybe.
that you want to hurt people. If you have immortality, you want to hurt people with it rather than trying
Yeah.
to enhance the arts or something.
I would probably go like Dexter with it and just kill like bad people as a vampire.
Exactly. Yeah.
No,
see, that's always an easy out for your vampires. When you want to make your vampire the good guy in the book or the good vampire,
They kill
they're
drug
only
dealers.
killing the drug dealers, the people who deserve to die.
Yeah, the homeless.
I'm
Just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No,
Taking the
I think you mean the circus people, Daniel.
Oh yeah,
Republicans.
the fucking carnies. Oh, I'd kill the
Carnies.
carnies first.
Yep.
What? No.
Can
what if
vampires
you're a
get
vampire?
COVID? Because if they do, they better stay away from the Republican anti-vaxxers.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, yeah. What if you were a vampire and you were just really liberal and you just hated Republicans and that's who you killed?
I would just start going after people who enforce stupid rules because it's their company policy. Like,
Oh, that's
I'm
very
sorry, sir.
specific.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
sir.
wow.
We can't serve breakfast after 10:30, and it's 11. And I'm like, well, you're gonna die. And then
You're just talking about
Jesus.
falling down
Jesus.
with Michael Douglas, aren't you?
I was like, did something happen this morning to you, Eddie? Did
No.
you go to a fucking Whataburger?
He couldn't get his breakfast McRib.
no, because I want everybody to join my rebellion. I want
Oh,
everybody
okay.
to be like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not gonna
Oh.
fucking do that. It's the same way the Axeman made sure there was jazz playing in New Orleans.
That's true. That's a good pull. The
Yeah,
Axeman.
the Axeman. So we have a vampire convoy to the Cullens place, and then, well, yeah, the one of the three is like, yeah, look out for him and his girlfriend. They hatch this plan where, Candice, can you describe the plan, because I don't understand it.
I
Like,
got so confused.
Maybe.
Okay.
I think the
Please.
plan is they were going to use Bella's scent on her clothes to have
Mhm. Yep.
James led into a trap, and then all the Colons were gonna gangbang him.
Whoa, Fang Bang.
Thank
Yeah, and they were going to use Edward also because he knows that he would never leave Bella.
Hmm.
So if he smells Bella and he smells Edward going in this direction, that's where he's going to follow.
Okay.
There you
I
go.
think,
That
right?
makes sense. So they do this and it doesn't work because
He figures it out.
he sniffs a tree and he's like, it smells kind of like Bella, but it also smells like Bella and a vampire.
By the way,
So
this
no.
guy's so good at the sniff acting. Like he sniffs so fucking hard.
That's true.
You would
He's
think
a
he was a
fucking
Wall
cokehead.
Street. Yeah, I was gonna say you think he's a Wall Street guy from the '80s, just like, woo, baby. But yeah, I like his character. He reminds me of the guy that played Sabretooth in those old X-Men movies.
Yes, he
Oh,
does.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That guy
Tyler
was so
I was like,
good.
he looked
Yeah.
very, very familiar, and I was like, is it just because he looks like Sabretooth from Wolverine?
Yeah.
Tyler-
it's like
Was it Tyler Mane or Derek Mears? It was one of the two. I always get them too confused.
Don't remember.
Yeah,
On the low.
it was one of them.
Candice. You're the only
was
one
one
who
of them,
knows the
Candice.
fucking both of their fucking names. Jesus
I know,
Christ.
it's like,
Full names.
Because one of them plays Michael Myers in Rob Zombie's Halloween, and one of them plays Jason in the remake.
Okay.
Of Friday the
It was
13th.
the one that played Jason in the remake of Friday the 13th. It was that
And that
one.
was Tyler Mane.
Yep, Tyler
Oh,
Mane.
okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So then
Worth it.
Yeah, glad we went through that.
Look, I'm all about the details.
Yeah. So then, yeah, they do the plan, but then it doesn't work because the psychic's like, oh shit, the tracker changed their tracks. And then the mom calls up Bella and is like, you need to come to the ballet studio. And she's like, but I don't want to because it's a setup. And she's like, yeah, I know, but it's me, I'm the tracker, and it is a setup.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? So then she goes there, and this is like a weird place to die. And she goes into the weird, like, this is I'm gonna die because I love a person thing, and it's better to die for them. We get back to the remember from the beginning, and I'm like, oh wow, now we're back to that whole thing in the beginning. This is
Yeah.
great.
We went full circle.
We went full circle.
By the way, great narrator. This woman. Her voice
Oh, yeah,
just
man,
keeps
she
me
puts
so
fucking
interested.
Harrison Ford. Yeah.
yeah,
Blade Runner, you hack.
she's a real John Larroquette from the beginning of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And
He got paid in
so-
pot. Sounds like she got paid in lewds.
she got
I know.
given lewds and then paid again in more lewds. So she sneaks off and she gets her bear spray, and then she goes over. It's like, Mom, there you are, but no, it's not Mom. It's a mom recording. And
that
Yeah, how do you get fooled by that? How do you not realize that that's a
I
TV?
don't know. Because she's
No,
stupid.
no. My better question is, how the fuck did the vampires get their hands on a videotape of her and her mom?
Okay,
at
Oh,
the
so
ballet
because
school?
he was at her house in
Yeah,
Phoenix.
he explains that the security at her high school was not that good, and that's how he got access to her PII, her personally identifiable
and that's how 6
information.
vampires who are obviously in their 30s and have been around for 300 years can keep going back to high school.
Yeah,
Security's
exactly.
a little lax.
Yeah, the high school up there, they're not paying attention to that kind of shit. So, then she has this stupid fucking scene where they're gonna fight, but there's like mirrors everywhere, and the vampire's got a reflection. That's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
She maces him, and then he's like, "Yeah, that doesn't work on a vampire." So that whole thing was stupid.
Yeah,
What
my
if it was holy
garlic
mace?
theory didn't work.
What
Yeah,
if that
Tim.
was mace was sprayed was blessed by a priest?
Doesn't
Oh.
work on these vampires.
Yeah, these vampires
No.
are different, bro. Like
There's
they can be
literally
in the sun.
There's something
only
else.
one way to kill them.
You have
Hard.
to, and then I actually think it's pretty cool. You have to rip them apart and then burn the pieces. And in the books, it like talks about how during like vampire wars, because there's vampire wars, you could
Oh,
see the
God.
pieces were still alive because they weren't like twitching around.
Oh yeah.
So like somebody took like a big axe and like chopped them up into little fucking pieces, but the pieces were still moving around.
They're still moving around, yeah.
So
So you could
It's-
have like a real life dildo, like if you just kept that part.
you cut the vampire's
wow,
dick
that's
off.
right. Find a vampire with the biggest dick, cut that shit off.
Yep. Kill the rest
Stuff
of
it up
them
your
and
ass.
just keep that in your drawer, just wiggling around.
Yeah.
Don't put it
Candice?
on your suitcase if you're going on an international flight, though.
What? What?
So-
Why am I
so-
getting brought into this?
Candice.
Candice, could you cut the vampire's biggest dick off and then just keep it?
Yeah,
I mean, I guess you could.
I
Would
think
it
we
be
know
soft,
which.
though?
I think we know which vampire has the biggest dick in this movie.
Yeah, which one? The dad?
The guy with the red eyes, man.
No, I think it's the big dick daddy doctor.
Don't they all have red eyes? What are you talking about?
Only the evil ones have red eyes. The main leader,
Only
that
the
guy has
evil
big
ones.
dick energy.
Only the ones who feed on human blood have the red eyes.
No, I
Yeah,
think it's
dude.
the big dick
That's how
daddy
you can tell the
doctor.
difference.
So wait,
I
you think you think drinking human blood makes your dick bigger? I'm
I
for
think it's
drinking
just
human
big dick
blood. Fuck
energy.
that.
All of a sudden,
Yeah.
Tim's like, note to
Just
self,
gonna start chugging blood.
candy stripe a red cross.
God damn
Might have to
This
go
episode is
volunteer at the
brought
blood
to you
bank.
by Red Chew.
it, dude. If they made it red, I would fucking love that. They need to make red chew.
Oh my god! I just thought of a thing. A fucking ED pill for the right called the red pill.
Yep. That's
Dude, we
the
could
way
make
to
some
do
mad
it.
money that way, dude.
Yep.
Sick of these stupid Democratic soft dick pills.
That's
We're
right.
buy red chew.
We're red
Want to
pilled
fuck
hard
like a
dick
rhino
Americans.
without being a rhino?
Oh God.
You can eat this on a full stomach. You can fuck on a full stomach. You can fuck, you could throw up on her. It just you're still fucking. Like you're good. Don't worry about it.
Make
For real, man,
America
the red pill. Come on, tell me they wouldn't fucking buy that by the barrel.
Oh,
make
dude.
America laid again.
Yeah.
There you go. There's the T-shirt.
Yep.
Fucking great.
So this
So,
vampire
Man, we
guy.
would-
condoms with red tops on them.
Oh God, we would be such good Republicans, guys. Like if we just only were. Like we would be so good.
I mean, minus
If
Candice.
only
She
you were
already.
more amoral.
yes.
Yeah.
Damn
If
it.
Yeah.
only we didn't have morals.
Yeah.
Fucking morals. They always ruin everything.
Speaking of morals, this guy just starts torturing her. He's like,
Oh, this
breaking
guy's
her
really
Very
having a
sweet.
good time. He's playing with his food.
He snaps her leg. Thought that
Yeah,
was
that
pretty cool.
Good.
That's maybe my favorite part of the movie because I did not expect that. I was like, "Holy shit!" I didn't expect
Yeah.
a fucking
Ah,
leg
it's
break.
rough. And then he gives her a little nibble on her wrist.
Yeah, just a little one, just a little.
And
There's a
then
diamond
the next,
fucking mouth print on her.
yeah, then the next note I have is Edward shows up and he's like, you showed up first because you're fast, but you're not strong. And he's like, yeah, I'm strong enough to kill you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it really does become an X-Men fight at this point, like
Sort of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
strong
does, yeah.
guys fighting each other, throwing.
So my
Slamming
no-
each other into walls.
Yeah.
Here's my notes that I have. He bites her wrist, then him and Edward neck. The family shows up. Edward has to either let her turn or suck out her venom, so he does that, but he almost kills her. She has another stupid flashback and then wakes up. Yay, she's okay.
Yeah, and her fucking meth head mom is just staring at her in the face like a creeper.
She does look methy. Oh my god.
Right? She's super creepy.
Yeah, she does. She looks like
Well, she's in Florida.
Look, she's hanging out with some fucking washed up 35-year-old guys going down to St. Pete
Yeah.
to fucking try out for AAA baseball.
Yeah.
'Cause maybe this time he's gonna make it.
Yeah, dude,
If
he's playing
only
for
he
the
was-
pickles.
If only he was a vampire, he'd be better at baseball.
No
He's just
shit.
hanging out with the team because he's the guy with the meth and the fucking steroids.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a mix.
But
Cause
I
he's-
saw back in my notes. It's just written down as the whole point of them living up there is because there's less sun, so they don't sparkle, right? Because when they get
Yeah.
in the sun, they sparkle.
Yeah.
How many vampires in this movie went to fucking Arizona throughout this movie?
You can. Just don't go out in the daytime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you put on like a SPF 80, you don't sparkle.
I
Yeah.
was thinking they were playing fast and loose with the rules.
Well, they
Yeah.
do, but I think every vampire type movie does a little bit. A
Yep.
little fast and loose. Deacon Frost just puts on suntan lotion and he's able to be outside for a little bit, so
Yeah, Tim. Come on.
I can believe that more than fucking hiding sparkles everywhere your fucking skin is showing.
they just go out in a gimp suit so you can't see any of their skin.
Yeah. They just call them glitter lips. So yeah, Edward makes up this stupid cover story about how she threw herself through a window. And
Yeah.
the mom's
No,
like,
down 2 flights of stairs
yeah,
and then
she-
out the window.
please. Yeah,
Wait,
go
hold
ahead,
on a second,
Candice.
Eddie. Is she the fucking female version of that guy from the movie that we did last week or the week before, where he fucking slipped and fell down the fucking stairs and just like kept going?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just kept going.
God. Yeah, on fucking Trick or Treat, the guy that slid and then I love that scene. Go look up Trick or Treat, the guy that slid down the stairwell and is still flying today.
Not the guy who slid across the lunch table, because that guy's a
No, that
legend.
guy was cool. That guy got pussy all day.
Yeah.
This dude's dead. So then, yeah, this is the scene that you're talking about where Edward fakes being asleep.
That's so creepy.
Yeah, dude. I was laughing at that shit. I was like, yeah, look at him.
Her mom leaves, and then Edward's like, "Hey, I was not asleep," and she's like, "Yeah, I know you're a vampire," and he's like,
Did you go
"That's
to
cool.
sleep?
You should
How
move
come
to."
he's so good at pretending to sleep then? It's not like it's something he practices in case?
Well, he's a good actor, Tim.
Yeah, dude. He's method
how
acting.
How do you pretend to sleep? You just close your eyes and lay real still. I mean, is there really much more to it than that?
I mean, if it's something that I haven't done in 81 fucking years, I might be a little rusty on it.
He is really bad at doing mundane things. Like, he looks awkward. Like, there's that part where they're laying in the grass, like, way earlier in the movie when they first connect in the forest.
And they're just
like,
staring at each other.
and he's laying down like a dead corpse. Like, which I guess
Yeah.
makes sense because he is dead. But,
No,
Yeah.
they're not dead. These vampires aren't dead.
oh, whatever. He's fucking cold.
He can
Jesus
fuck.
Christ.
He
He's
can
cold
get a
and
hard on.
He
So-
can have babies.
Well, he
Yeah.
can't have babies, but she can.
No, he can. No, he can. Well, I mean, he can fertilize the seed.
Yeah, but he's not gonna have the baby, Candice. He's not a seahorse.
No, that's how it works. I know how sex.
Maybe
sex
that's
works,
one of the
okay?
other
The men
vampire's
have the
gifts.
babies.
Maybe
Yeah.
that big vampire, that's his gift, is he can give birth.
Yeah, yeah. So he tells her to move to Jacksonville, and she's like, "I don't want to." And then he's like,
her
"Okay, never
acting after
mind."
that is so bad. She's like, no, what? No! She goes crazy. I was like, what
No,
the fuck?
I can't leave you. What? No.
It's like
She's
the
like-
most emotion she's shown the whole movie.
I know I've had my leg broken and I almost died from blood loss, but don't make me move to Florida. And
By
I'm
the-
like, I get it.
Yeah, dude, I guess I would act the same way if somebody told me
Yeah.
to move to Jacksonville.
I
Yeah,
mean, I'd definitely
God.
take Arizona over fucking Florida any day of the week.
yeah, me too.
So now she moves back up to Forks, and she walks down the stairs with her never been kissed fucking prom dress
Yeah.
on and the
She looks like
boots.
Garbage,
She's
dude.
wearing a boot because her
Yeah,
leg's
dude.
broken.
And then
the dress
I like
sucks. It's like she bought it from fucking Ross.
No, one of the other
does.
vampire
It's
chicks
so
lent
bad.
it to her.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Remember, she was
So
too
it's probably
cool. She
from,
didn't
like,
buy
the-
a dress like those other
It's
idiots.
probably from the 80s. That's why it sucks so much.
1880s.
80s and
Maybe.
90s. Both of those decades can just fuck right off. Then
Somebody's gonna say that about the 2010s and 2020s.
yeah,
fucking
2000s,
stuff.
2010s, they all suck. 2000s, the early 2000s
Everything sucks.
especially.
Really
Sooner or later.
sucked.
I'm all about the dark
Terrible.
ages, dog.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah, dude.
You get back to when we were fucking before then, when we were feeding Christians to lions. That shit was awesome.
Hell yeah, dude. Shitting
The
in rivers.
Lions loved it.
You know,
Yeah.
that never actually happened. That was propaganda from the
Oh,
church.
shut up.
God Christ. Could you just turn it off for a fucking second?
You know, actually,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ, we're trying to entertain people here, Candice. This isn't the History
Entertain them
Channel.
with the truth. I have a moral responsibility.
Okay, you know what? You're right. My joke's not funny now. Good job. So,
You've done your,
Way to
your
go.
duty.
way to go, you vampire of humor. Then,
Wait, is Candice an energy vampire this whole time?
psychic vampire. Yeah, that's
Oh,
Candace.
Psychic
She's a
vampire. Yeah, I haven't heard
Yeah.
that term in
Yeah,
a long
dude.
time.
That's why
So
talking
then-
to me is so exhausting.
I know. Like,
No, Candace, you're wonderful. That's why I
no, I
invited
know.
you to
I'm just
co-host.
fucking with you.
And then Jacob shows up, and he's like, "Hey, my dad paid me $20 to talk to you."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, holy
That was
shit.
weird. It's like, what the fuck? My dad whored me
But
out.
then the double whammy is my dad paid me $20 to tell you something. What? Break up with your boyfriend.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Quick, simple
Cool.
message.
Because, quote, we're going to be watching you. And she laughs it off. Because by this
Yeah.
point, she's used to being stalked, right? She's accepted.
That's
her
true.
fate.
It's
It is the-
charming.
yeah.
Her awkwardness is charming, and his stockiness is charming.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, in small towns, it does feel like you're constantly being watched. Like, you can't do
Yeah,
anything
but
without somebody.
this is Jacob's father. The guy in a wheelchair is telling this teenage girl
Yeah.
he's going to be watching her.
I'll just push him down the fucking stairs.
They're trying to imply
Down
the
the
whole
mountain, come
rivalry
on.
thing.
be like Mac and me.
Yeah.
Dude, I would have loved a Native American Macamee scene, dude.
No. And then down the... He just morphs into a fucking werewolf, but it's one of those dogs that both of their hind legs are
the
busted.
wheels. It's got
Oh, he-
the
oh, he
wheels.
walks
Yes,
into
he's
a little
werewolf with
wheelchair?
the wheelchair on his
Dude, I
left
would-
leg. Man,
Dude,
that would
I
be
would love
man,
that.
This movie had the balls to do that.
If only. If only. But it
Just
doesn't.
little gimpy ass legs in the back that are too small. And he's got a little wheelchair on.
They're just sticking out.
So
By the way,
great.
everybody on the show loves animals and has pets.
Yep,
Oh, wait,
yep.
Daniel,
Except
you don't
for
have any
Daniel.
pets, do you?
No, fuck him, dude. I'm
Daniel
just kidding. No, I like animals.
He goes
I like
hard on
animals.
animals. Like, fuck them.
Tim
then
hates
no,
nature,
what-
and Daniel hates
And this
pets.
might be the point to mention that if you're ever going to adopt a cat in New
No.
York, you might want to contact Linda at
Is she the good one, or is she the-
gmail.com or www.lindascatsassistance.com.
Has she paid? She paying y'all?
No, Tim got a cat from her. And
Yeah, I know,
anybody
I
who
saw
gives
it.
anybody who gives Tim pussy, he ends up fucking promoting on the podcast.
Or
Yeah,
cat
he just
litter.
can't help it.
You're either going to get a promotion on my podcast or
Yeah.
cat litter back
That's
in the
why
day.
that's why we haven't heard his wife's name on the podcast. So Edward
Got his
Bella.
ass.
Good one. Yeah, you got it, bro. Woo. I'm gonna send you some fucking aloe vera to calm down that burn, bitch.
Edward and Bella go to the creepy stare off dance. And she's like, "Why didn't you make me a vampire?" And he's like, "Nah, I don't want you to be a monster." And she's like, "No, I don't want to be a monster. I want to be with you forever." And he's like, "Are you cool? Are you afraid now?" We're doing this bit again. And then he's like, fakes out he's gonna bite her, but he just gives her kisses.
Oh, it's sweet.
So
Aw,
yeah.
that's the way you say that, Eddie. I like that. He just gives
Yeah.
some kisses.
And they love each other, and we don't get to see him spite fuck her to bruised, broken bones until a later episode, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think, isn't the thing is, wait, hold on. Candice, do they fuck before she gets turned, or is it after?
No, it's before. Yeah.
And she shows
So
up all
he's
like
doing
swollen
his
and bloody.
laziest fuck possible.
He didn't fuck her in this one, Tim.
No, in the next one, because if she's not
No,
a
that's in
fucking
the
vampire,
fourth one, because that's when they get married.
Jesus.
They get
Holy shit,
married
there's
when
4
she's
of
18.
these?
They get married
Yeah.
and then they
I
fuck.
thought there was just
Yep.
2 or 3.
I did my research
Daniel,
on
there's like
this.
6.
No. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna have to I'm not gonna have to cover these with you, all right?
Yep.
Yeah, you're locked in.
you're a bunch of assholes.
You've
man.
been
You're all-
imprinted.
Yeah,
I've been imprinted.
Imprinted.
My asshole's been imprinted by y'all.
Tim imprinted on you.
We'll find you. No matter where
Yeah.
you are, we'll find you.
That's right.
Candice
Damn
is
it.
my tracker.
In
She'll
fact,
fucking
you know what?
find
I
it.
am predicting that sperm that you might spill in 3.5 years is going to create a baby that we're going to imprint on.
Oh, God.
The bloody
And that's
bits,
where I
baby.
come in. I'm gonna find your baby, Daniel.
Oh shit.
No, he like fucks the shit out of her, and she like shows up limping next day or
Yeah,
something.
honestly, sounds like some good sex.
See, this is every woman's fantasy. This shit. This whole series is shot through
But
the
she's already
female
fucking
gaze.
bow-legged from the broken foot.
She literally can't walk right after they have sex. I mean, come on.
I mean, I gotta. You know what? I gotta give one up for the ladies here.
Well, also, don't forget, he's been holding that shit in for 81 years, supposedly.
That's true. Yeah.
He's been like fucking the wolves they're hunting and stuff. Like, who knows what's going
He's
on?
fucking the deer with those fucking heart-shaped asses.
Right. So, a review of this movie, Daniel, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give it?
Ooh, 1 to 10. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah,
I
this
would this time.
Yeah.
What diamond carrot would you give it? How many carrots?
How many
I think
carrots?
it's honestly, in retrospect, like if I had seen this in the theaters when it came out in 2008, which I would have been wrapping up college, pretty sure, would have absolutely hated this. But in retrospect, looking at it now as a grown ass man and just laughing at some of it, and it's not a bad story. I mean, it's not great, but it holds your interest. And watching the special effects of him climbing a tree. Dude, I left more at this than Repossess, which I covered with the Grime Bin.
Okay.
You
I
got a
had a-
Ted Kennedy joke?
Well, that was the only time I laughed in Repossess. Yes, the Ted Kennedy joke. But I would give it a 6.5. I'd give it a 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tim, what about you?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it like a 6.
Okay.
I think it's one of the better ones out of the whole series, if that makes any sense, if that's even possible. But
Yeah.
it's a perfect blend of bad and
Okay.
taking itself seriously. That's, I think, what really does it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes
Candice.
it worth even just like a hate watch or a spite watch.
Okay. Candice.
I'm going to give it a 7. There is a
Wow.
time and a place for these kinds of movies and these kinds
Yeah.
of books. You know, when you're like lonely.
Yes, in your
and you're, like,
bedroom by yourself when
Yeah,
the kids are
exactly.
asleep.
You're like, and sometimes, you know, I'm a big horror person, but I do read the occasional romance novel because it's something nice to change the pace up with. And a lot of them are supernatural romance, like, oh man, hot vampires are so
So
big.
you're not changing the pace up. You're just adding
Yeah.
sex.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's no, they fall in love. There's not as much violence usually. You know, but there's always a happy ending. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
So I'd give it a 7 out of vampire movies. My
The vampire
separate
gives
scale,
massages.
Oh yeah, out of your vampire movie scale, what about that?
I would give it a 5.
I'd give it
Okay.
a 4.
The vampires are not vampire enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's yeah.
Well, then we need to know what would be the top vampire movie versus the bottom.
No,
if it's a
we're
4.
we'll do that at the end of the month,
Oh,
maybe.
oh.
So I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 10. This is a terrible movie. It's horribly acted.
So you were doing bits
Yeah,
earlier
of
on?
course. This is
Wow,
a terrible
surprise,
fucking movie.
surprise.
It's a piece of shit. I fucking hated it. I hated watching it. I hated talking about it. Nobody in here is enjoyable in any way. Like, the fact that they went on to be talented, this movie is somehow less than the sum of its parts, which is insane to think about. Like, the director, the actors, everybody in it, this should have been better than it was. And I just have to blame it on the broad that wrote it because the source material is horrific. It's a 2.
Yeah, I just had so much fun. I think it's just more fun. Like I think it would
No,
be
we had
great
fun
to have a
talking
watch
about
party.
it.
Yes, it's fun
Yeah.
to talk about it. But
Yeah.
you're right. I
To
totally
to
get
watch
it.
and talk about it, I'll give it a 5. It's
Yeah.
no Nail Gun Massacre, but it's up there. So
Yeah,
Candice,
just like I said before, like a background movie where you're doing shit, you're not really paying attention.
yeah,
and
a movie you're
you
not
wanna have the
watching. It's
TV on.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, a movie you're not paying
So-
attention. You're just jerking off in the bathroom.
So Candice, on the Candice's Fang Bang scale, a
Aye.
1 to 5 rating, 5 being Van Damme, 1 being the Hunchback of Notre Dame. The vampires
Don't-
in this
don't.
movie,
Stop trolling me.
Notre
the
Dame.
vampires in this movie, how bangable are they?
Okay, specifically Jasper, 5.
Wow.
Okay.
And
Well, you're gonna go through the
then-
whole cast?
I'm gonna go through the whole cast. Emmett, he's kind of a meathead, so I'd put him at like a 2.
Oh, he's the big
And then Edward, I would put him at like a 3. You know, like I said, I never really thought Robert Pattinson was hot. Then you got the father, and he would be probably like a 4. He'd be a 4.
Billy Burke is
James-
so fuckable, dude.
James would be a 1.
He just reminds me of Eric Banya.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get
yeah,
that.
he does.
The
look like
father.
Eric,
Get that.
Eric Bana.
Yeah. I like the father.
Why'd you add
on
like
this one.
you added a tilde to his name, Eric Banya?
Did I?
It's just
Yeah.
Eric Bana, right?
Hey, I fucking like Eric Banya.
Banya, chinga madre.
Banyana.
Hasta la
Hasta
bañana.
mañana.
But I think the dad is by far Chris's Bella's dad. Was it Charlie?
Yeah,
he's
that's,
funny.
He is the most fuckable in the entire.
Tim, that's why I said you were Team Charlie, man. It's
Yeah,
because
dude.
he's the only mustachioed person in the movie as well.
Hell yeah, dude. He fucking sports it very well. Like,
He does. He does. So, now that we're wrapping this shit up, Mr. Daniel,
Yeah.
if anybody wants to hear more of you, what should
God,
they
why?
do?
You could go to Instagram at Mustachioed Podcastio and Twitter at mpodcastio, and I have all the links there and all this stuff and the movies I'm talking about. I honor famous mustachioed actors. Well, not necessarily famous. Sometimes this is some guy in the background.
Yeah.
But
Just a dude.
yeah,
Gives
it's
you
just
a lot
a
of
dude.
leeway with that
Yeah.
one.
Oh yeah, you know it. So yeah,
Maybe
check
somebody
it
on
out.
set had a mustache.
And all of y'all have all been on it. So if any listeners that
Of
have
course.
not heard me on this show yet, if you want to hear their voices as well, they are scattered throughout. So
Yep.
enjoy.
What's your online dating profile? Where do you go? In case, you know,
Yeah.
Daniel's available, ladies.
On Bumble, where are you?
Yeah, if you happen to live in South Texas, I am on Bumble. You
Yeah.
can find me there. I will be adding the future fetuses line after this episode.
That's a great
You'll
line.
be banned from Bumble tomorrow.
And yeah.
Probably.
Just IP ban your ass. And if
Fuck yeah.
people want to find more content from Gerard Noonan, where should they go?
Wow, he had a last name too. I forgot
Yeah.
that. Wait,
Oh.
Noonan or New Moon? What the fuck? Wait, hold on a second.
Near moon.
Gerard Noonan. He's on DeviantArt.
I honestly forgot how I did his voice. So-
It's
That
okay.
sounded like it, yeah.
God.
Candice, what about you? If anybody wants to pay more attention to you.
I'm not on anything besides this show. Or you can follow me on Twitter at HorrorHoochie69.
Nice. Tim?
Yeah.
You know, back and forth on Daniel's show. I think I don't know if it's this week or next week. I'm going to be doing one of the Blavembers, the last Blavember for the Grime
okay.
Pit.
Nice.
But all joking aside, I did adopt a wonderful cat, a kitten, and I told the lady I'd give her a plug, even though this is pretty much an international podcast. Or so I'd like to believe. But if you're in Queens and you need to find a cat, go to Linda's Cats Assistance, LindasCatsAssistance.com. Eddie's going to put it in the link because I always fuck it up.
I was going to
can't
say, if
even
she
do
only
somebody
knew you were
else's
the
promo.
worst guy at plugging
Yeah.
shit.
How about Instagram.com/lindas.cats? How about
There you
that?
go.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. Perfect,
And
Tim.
if you're not in Queens and you need to get a dog or a cat, don't buy one because there's so many of them. There's always plenty
Yeah.
of cats in the shelters or rescues. If you're not in Queens and you need to find one, go to petfinders.com. That's kind of also a roundabout way that I found her. And
Yeah.
that tells you like all the local people within like 20 miles, 15 miles, up to 50 miles away from me, what kind of animals they have.
Yeah. It's good.
Nice.
Save a dog or a cat's life, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Go rescue one instead of buying one.
I did
Don't-
mention
Adopt.
that Tim's new
Yep.
cat looks like it was created from the resin of his dank weed.
Yeah.
No, this fucking cat's crazy. Every time I take a picture of him, his name is Ashes, by the way. Well, that's his official name, but we've already got like
Friend of the
six different
podcast.
names.
Yeah.
And he's mostly a Russian blue. Every time I take a picture, the color of his hair fucking looks like it's changing.
It does. It's a crazy looking cat.
Yeah,
And you
dope.
can see those pictures if you join our Discord, which I have linked in my Twitter. But you can also get more access to the Bloody Bits Horror Show by going to patreon.com/bloodybits and joining our Patreon, where you get access to our bonus episodes and the blood bank that's now better than Atari because we have over 2,600 movie titles that you can stream
God,
and
you're
watch.
so old.
I can't wait till we get to that 7,800.
I was hoping for the
Yeah.
5,200.
Well, if you want to see that 5,200 hit, then I need more people subscribing because I need more hard drives.
Let's go,
And
people. Let's get them hard.
That
More
shit
subscribers.
is
Didn't we get the
expensive.
threshold where we're going to be doing the bi-weekly?
Yep, bi-weekly
bonus
bonus
episodes now?
episodes are going to be coming out, and we actually just had a bonus episode come out where you, Tim, were debating Mr. Matt Anderson about
It wasn't a debate.
Halloween Kills. Well, he won
No,
the
I
vote.
won.
Yeah, technically,
Is he here
Candice
now? I don't
won.
think so. So I won.
Candice won. And I think with that, ladies and gentlemen, that this is how we end it.